Aloha everyone, this is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with your pick a card reading for what does Spirit and the universe, what advice do they have for you right now? Pile 1 is on the left, that's the Heavenly Bodies astrology card up top. Pile 2 is in the middle, that's the Shaman's Dream Oracle. And pile 3 is on the right, that is the Starseed Oracle. So take your time, use your intuition. If you need to pause the video, please do. Make your selection now, and timestamps will be in the description box below. Aloha, pile 1. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with a question that one of the subscribers, Anita, gave me, which is what advice is coming to you from the universe and spirit. So this is guidance for right now, for your life, coming straight from spirit. So I chose some more of the spiritual oracle cards for these piles, okay? Before we get started, thank you guys so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting that bell button. All those things help my channel to grow and expand. Please do leave me comments. I love engaging with you, and I love your ideas for pick-a-cards. It feels like the general consensus for the channel is people are really enjoying the pick-a-card readings, so I'm going to focus there. So if you have any specific questions or things that you would like for me to do a pick-a-card reading on, leave that in the comments below. Also, I will be doing a raffle for tomorrow. So tomorrow's February 1st. This is being filmed and uploaded on January 31st for a private reading with me personally. So I will let you know at the end of the video how to enter into that raffle drawing to be eligible. It is free to enter and free to win. Okay, so let's get started. Just gonna change the ad, that gives a little bit. All right, for pile 1, I already pre-shuffled all your oracle cards just to save us a little time because we're gonna go into depth, and we're asking the question, what is the advice from Spirit and the universe right now for pile 1? Beautiful pile 1. This feels amazing. So you guys are entering into the Moon Maiden. So Spirit is saying that new beginnings are happening. Okay. Now this is a timeless reading, but if you are watching it as it comes out, it's essentially about to be Chinese New Year tomorrow. So we have a brand new beginning. The Lunar New Year begins February 1st, 2022. And what's beautiful about this is that energy of, and it's also a new moon, you know, so that energy is going to be in this reading forever. So which is great. And we do have Venus coming conjunct Mars on February 1st. These are the divine lovers, okay? And they typically spend 2 weeks together in a sign. This year, they are spending 2.5 months together, okay? So really beautiful for new beginnings, heart awakenings. This number is 41. That might have relevance to you. And I also love the beautiful big full moon here. I do feel like the advice from Spirit right now is to pay attention. You have something really extreme that's birthing right now. What Spirit's saying is you're in new beginnings and birth, and you're destined to have it. This is a North Node influence. This is your destiny. And the new beginnings that are happening at this time, pile 1, are your destiny. You are destined to have it, but you're at those beginning phases. There's an awakening that's happening. Okay, we have awakening here. It's really beautiful. I feel like you're waking up both spiritually, but there's also an awakening in the heart chakra. So we have heart chakras come out with the Beyond Lemuria cards. Okay, unfurling back to love. So this is new beginning in multiple areas of your life. For those of you who have been looking for love, and romance. I feel like you will be starting again with someone new. And it may have been some time since you've been with someone in this way. I feel like in general, you're going to be learning all forms of love and awakening to that. That means universal love. That means romantic love. That means familial love. You know, every way that you can love, it feels like you're going to be awakening to the fact that you are love. This is a huge spiritual awakening for you as well at this time. So the advice from Spirit is to really spend this time allowing the new beginnings. There's an element of awakening and an element of surrender. So Spirit's telling me right now that the heart chakra opening more and more. You may have been experiencing some physical discomforts lately, as your DNA is being upgraded, as your heart magnet is being upgraded. Okay, but notice the beautiful dragonfly here. Dragonflies take us through the illusion, in past the veil of spirit, in past the veil. This is your higher heart that is being activated at this time. Okay, from the Starseeds Oracle, we have the 7 star sisters. Birthing creations, tapestry of life and expression. This has to do with the Pleiades. Many of you may have Pleiadian roots. You're in a position of birth, okay? Look at all of these new beginning cards. Some of you may be doing an actual physical birth, like birthing a human. I feel like that's for a small percentage of this group. But the universe is wanting to let you know that everything that you're birthing right now, the seeds that you have been planting, are going to come to fruition. Okay, so they want you to dream big. They're saying, Steph, tell them, dream bigger. Your dreams that you've been wanting your entire life, things that you didn't even know that you wanted, things that seem impossible. Remember, impossible, the word itself says, I'm possible. So you are moving into this stage of brand new beginnings. And with the new beginnings, that can be understandable that there is adjustments to be made. Sometimes fears come up. Sometimes things come up when we're learning new energies. I feel like your whole nervous system is changing. Many of you are becoming much more sensitive, more heightened intuitively, especially more mature and advanced in your emotional and heart chakra intelligence. And so this can come with some purging. This can come with some emotions that come up. Because we have empathic starseed, you guys are empaths, pile 1. You can walk into a room and you can feel the emotions of others. And sometimes that can be very overwhelming. I feel like this group, I feel you on this, I'm like this. You can be social when you need to be social. People may not even know that you are going through this, but huge gatherings, large crowds are a nope. When you go to a party or out with friends, you need a good deal of time to recoup, because you're learning energetic sovereignty. Though you're an empath, it does not mean that you have to absorb everything around you. So pile 1, if you're attracted to this, Spirit is going to be teaching you how to thrive as an empath, how to put your light on, okay? And you can email me and ask me about the triple layer of protection of light. I can teach you that pattern. We can do a small little session just to do a meditative install of that pattern that's a protection for you, that is light. Pile 1, I feel like many of you may be transforming because with this empath influence, some of you may carry a little bit more weight around the middle. Some of you may be kind of isolating yourself a little bit just because of the extreme emotions that are coming up. And this will, triple layer of light will help to get you back to homeostasis so that your new beginnings, that you're not absorbing everything around you. You can use the information that you get. We love that you are great information gatherers. Spirit is saying that you have excellent abilities to help others to heal, to help others to feel lovely around you. That feelings and sensations that you get, the empathetic response, allows you to know patterns and psychology better than others, okay? But that being said, you're absorbing too much. So now we're on to new beginnings. I feel like for some of you, there's a move, a new job. You're starting something new. So this is new project, new job, new love life, new health plan, okay? But you are learning to build your life from the heart out, okay? And that's a very beautiful way to be. So the advice from Spirit is to take good care of yourself, to take good care of your health. Those of you who have been wanting to do a new project, wanting to build a business, wanting to make that move, wanting to release the ex and enter into a new relationship, they're saying do it. Now is the time. So the advice for right now is be in the birth, okay? So they want you to birth your creations and your ideas. They want you to dream bigger. And what they're saying for some of you, that yes, now is the time to expand. So this is now the time to expand your vision, to expand your transformation. Really, really beautiful energies here, pile one. I'm excited for you because where I feel like this group has been through a bit of, oh, I'm in the wrong, that's funny. In the wrong deck, looking for this one. I feel like the pile one, you guys may have been going through a bit of a dark night of the soul, feeling a little bit lost about your purpose. And the thing is whatever is joyful to your heart is your purpose. The idea or the relationship or the dream that you have that just won't go away. And it feels like you guys have been really doing a lot of work on yourself. And so I feel like because the energy is a little bit low, like we've lost hope a little bit. And that being said, understand that you're in a birthing process now. So what you've been working towards, some of you for many years of your life, or a dream that you've had since you're a child, because this has to do with destiny and divine timing, you are coming into that destiny. We have 26 here. That number may mean something to you. Reduces down to an 8, the number of abundance in the self. It's the Vesica Pisces, okay? Beautiful geometry here, okay? This is cell division. Where there's one, the unity, it divides into 2, okay? And this beautiful rendition has 2 Vesica Pisces in it, okay? Or Pisces, I always say Pisces, it's Pisces, apologize. But this sacred geometry shows the 1 becoming the 2 to observe itself, okay? The sacred womb. This says the outside, it says, the Vesica Pisces is a symbol that shows how consciousness splits to know itself and expand life. From this place, it can reflect upon itself, seeing itself rather than just out from itself. The Vesica Pisces is the basis of the seed of life and the flower of life. No matter how many times it splits and moves outward, there is always a link back to itself within the intersecting circles. Okay? Everything that you're birthing and expanding in your dream here, there's always a way back to yourself. Okay? And this is divine union, the divine masculine and feminine coming together. The beautiful intersection. This is within yourself as well. Notice that heart chakra blazing again. Okay? From the heart chakra out, you will divide the cells. Everything is a cell. The human being is made up of trillions of cells. And as a being, we are one cell within a species. Okay? Your idea is one cell that's going to expand and multiply into other beautiful, beautiful new ways. So some of you, I would say download a picture of the Vesica Pisces, look it up on Google. The advice from Spirit is to meditate on this sacred geometry, on this symbol here. And it's funny, I'm going to have this put on tattooed at some point, okay? But this is your time for expansion. So really, expansion and birth is indicated at this time, all right? This is not going to be for everyone, but, and again, I'm not a medical doctor, but they are being very strong with, there's at least 1 to 3 of you out there who have been dealing with infertility and been wanting to have a baby, and they're saying that, you know, it's possible, okay? So there will be the birth, there will be the child, okay? And that's not for everyone. You do not have to birth a child. Not everyone's here to bring forth humans. We can expand other ideas as well, okay? And we have the Dakini of infinite light. Look at that beautiful, beautiful self. It said, seek and ye shall find. Find the teachers and teachings which feel pure to your heart, but remember it is the inner truth of you that will ultimately set you free. Do not give your power away, but do trust in a greater guiding wisdom at work in all aspects of your life. Ask for help from enlightened spiritual beings in any matter of concern, and help shall be granted. Believe all problems can be resolved, and a more graceful life experience is opening up for you now. Because you're going through this awakening, this is a beautiful time. You're learning how to be sovereign within inside yourself, but it's also an opportunity for you to gather a mentor or a trainer or someone who has gone through the path before you. Now, each person has an individual path, but the advice from Spirit is ask for help. You know, I offer mentorships if you want to work with me, or if you're looking to do a health journey, you know, get you a trainer. Some of you might be going back to school to just get a little more information and education because you're birthing something new. And so in the realm of spirit, we are always at the beginning. So some of you may be very, very well educated, and it's like more school or more you know, but it's time for you to not do everything yourself. This is the birth of the expansion. This is working and reflecting inwardly. You're reflecting on yourself. You're observing your own consciousness. Outwardly, this is you with someone else to help you to achieve your goal and outcome. Okay? And shoot, if you're looking for a relationship, maybe get you a matchmaker. You know, so there's all different ways in which to have your new goal and work as a team. But this is saying your days of being the loner are over. So now the advice from Spirit is to learn the tools that you need to protect your energy, to fluff up your aura, to go through this birthing stage. You know, find you likewise like-minded individuals or enlightened individuals who have gone before you, or maybe an expert in the field that you're moving into. For some of you starting a new business, get you a mentor who has been successful in the realm of what you want to do, or a financial advisor. You know, you are destined to have your dream and outcome here, but you're awakening and birthing at this time. So ask for help. So the advice from Spirit here is to allow the awakening to happen, dream bigger, and you know, protect your energy and get you a mentor or a team worker. And it doesn't have to be a person. Like, you could read books, self-help books. You could get the information off the internet, but it's saying work in tandem with someone else to help you to achieve your goal easier and faster. Where 2 or more are gathered, their source is with you, okay? So beautiful pile one. I'm excited to see what you birth into the world. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And for those of you who are looking to enter the drawing, the contest, if you will, free to enter, free to win for a private reading with me personally. Just like and share this video and type in the comments I love you. The I love you will let me know that you want to be entered into the drawing, and I will do that, and I will do the video tomorrow of the drawing, and we'll get the private session booked. Okay, so thank you, thank you, thank you. Aloha. Aloha pile 2. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly coming to you with a beautiful pick a card reading. Question one of the subscribers, Nita, said she wanted to pick a card on what is the advice for right now from universe and spirit. Okay, so this is advice for you moving forward. We're going to leave it open to spirit to let us know what that advice is, what you are going through in the moment, and really look into several different oracle cards this time. I picked all of my kind of spiritual oracle cards to get a more in-depth read of where you're going here. Okay, before we get started, I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, hitting that bell button, leaving me comments. I love to engage with you. It's looking like people are the feedback I'm getting is people are really enjoying the pick a card reading, so I'm going to focus more towards pick a card readings at this time. So please do leave in the comments what question you would like me to answer and do a pick a card reading on. I would love to do those. I love the ideas, and I'd rather give you guys what you're looking to, questions you'd like to have answered. Okay, so, and I'll try to do as many of those as I can. Okay, and then also this is being filmed and uploaded on January 31st. Tomorrow, February 1st, I'm going to do a raffle drawing to win a free reading with me for 30 minutes. Okay, so if you want to be included in that drawing, stick around to the end of the video. I'll give you instructions on how to enter the raffle and the drawing, and then we'll do the video tomorrow for the reveal. Okay, so thank you so much, and let's get started with your reading. Okay, I already pre-shuffled and did your pile of the cards just to save us a little time so we can get right in here. So I'm just flipping them now, and then we'll get started on your reading. Beautiful. Wow. Okay. So we have the advice from Spirit and the messages, what they want you to know. Is we have dances on foot, a balancing act. So right now you are balancing, and I'm trying to get a good up close view because you can see that moth is actually kind of a fairy, but looks like blends in. It's the most beautiful picture. This is a number 9. So there's doors opening for you guys. But it is asking you to balance, and it feels like the balance here from the astrology cards is we have yang energy. So this is action, active, the divine masculine within us. It's proactivity, expression, the doing action, and forward motion. We have early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication, house 3. And we have a sextile with these two. Okay, a sextile is good. It's a sextile. That was from Kelly Rosano. She does astrology on YouTube, and she is the cutest thing. And she always says sextile that way, and it's stuck with me. So sextile is a combination of tension and flow. It's the potential in a rewarding situation, right? So you have potential here, and this is beautiful. This feels like acting on something that you wanted when you were a child, or because there is this active element in some of the other cards I'm looking at right now, you may have someone that either you went to high school with or you grew up with that maybe you lost contact and you're coming back into communication, and there's actually potential for a romantic situation there. So there's forward motion that may be happening. But what Spirit's saying with this is there's action energy and really good flow. It's a combination of tension and flow. So where you felt pulled back, there's going to be flow coming in, and that's where you're balancing. You're balancing the tension and the flow. And it's coming in the area of your early learnings, your childhood connections, your communications, using your rational mind. So this is a combination of your rational mind and doing, and also using your intuition and yin energy. But right now, Spirit's saying the advice for right now, it's the time to take action. Okay, it's time to take action on something you've wanted since you were a child. And it is logical. It is your rational way of thinking. Even if it's a big dream to you, it is the next logical step for you to have your dream. There is forward motion. So they're saying, you know, you need to take a step, okay? However that step looks. If you're wanting to connect with someone, or this is a communication step because we have this communication card. So, you know, if there's a project that you want to open up, you're going to contact people who have that for you. If it's a person from your childhood, maybe reach out to them. You know, if it's friends that you want to reconnect with, have the communication, send them a little message on Facebook or you know, social media, whatever it may be. But there is an action step. This is you being proactive with your dream. It feels like you've been really good about getting into the receiving mode, but now Spirit's talking about inspired action. So not just action for the sake of being busy. Don't do things when you're feeling frustrated. Avoid that. What you want to do is when you're feeling inspired, take the action step. Okay, that's that balance, that tension and flow. From the Starseed Oracle, it says, surrender to the sweetness. And I notice this couple here trying to come together. She's standing on the edge there, and he's waiting for her in the waters of the sweetness and emotion. It's Venus energy, pleasure, joy. It says make love to life. So while this is a timeless reading, it is being filmed the day before the lunar Chinese New Year, and which is February 1st. And also we have Venus going conjunct Mars for the next 2.5 months, starting on February 1st. Venus and Mars are the divine lovers. Okay, so you have Venus energy here. This is that balancing act. This is the surrender. This is the balance between the surrender and the action. And so Spirit's asking you to take that flight, to take that chance. And it's so funny, I said take that flight, and then they showed me an airplane. So some of you may be physically traveling to someone, or you know, back to your hometown, or to meet somebody, like taking that risk, surrendering to the sweetness of it all. Okay, because we also have harmonic flight here, which is a number 29, which yields down to an 11. Okay, 1111. This makes me think of the awakening code, the twin flame code. Your reading here has a lot to do with relationship. Okay, so we also have soul family. So for you guys, it feels like the advice from Spirit here, what they want you to know is that your time of being lonely is over. You're about to take flight, and it's with beautiful, loving people and relationships that serve you, okay, and that you serve them. It's time for the harmony. Okay. It says, seeing the divine in the eyes of another, relationships with deep bonds, karmic connection, clearing illusory projections, life-changing connection, transmuting dissonance, removing heart armor, being seen, and teamwork. Okay? You are definitely entering into your soul family of people. You're surrendering to the sweetness, this Venus energy. Venus rules love, beauty, art, things that are of value or things that are beautiful and luxurious and feel good. Okay? And that's where the balancing is. I feel like for many of you, you do have this childhood sweetheart that's coming back in, or, you know, a high school sweetheart or somebody that you just loved. And it could also be friendship, okay, if you're already in relationship. But there's this balancing act that is happening. It's a balancing between the working and coming into connections. The major experience here that Spirit is bringing up is connection, okay, communication. So the advice right now, the practical advice, is not only balance, but also communication. Because I do feel like you're going to be having some really beautiful people show up, but you've got to be ready to receive them and act on it. So I feel like some of you may be getting an offer to come visit someone because we've got this flight here. You may be getting an offer, an opportunity to go to, they're showing me like a high school reunion, or to go to a wedding, or there's celebratory energy here and group energy here. Okay? And the Spirit's really wanting you to surrender to the sweetness of it all. We also have Seraph of 963 hertz here. Let me just... is your last card, and it's so beautiful. These are the White Light Oracle by Alana Fairchild. And they are absolutely gorgeous. Okay. It says, practice connecting to the joy that is always deep within you. Pay attention to what brings you exquisite delight. If you don't know what that is, you are guided to experiment and explore. Connecting to the joyful capacity of your heart will heal so much negativity and uncertainty. Let your heart relax. Allow the spiritual grace that wishes to reorder life to manifest its miraculous magic. Okay. Connection, relationships. Spirit is asking you to connect. 963 hertz. YouTube has some wonderful content creators that put forward the frequency music. So listening to 963 hertz, that is one of the advice from Spirit that's going to help to balance you. I feel like for group 2, this is really about connecting. It's about love and joy and the sweetness of life. You've been working too hard. You've been too isolated. Okay, so the advice that's strongly coming through from Spirit is get connecting with others. Follow your bliss. Follow your joy. Okay, this is very relational. Find your soul family. And I feel like your soul family is going to find you. People that just get you. And they're not necessarily the people that you were birthed from. All right. New and old friendships. You're going to have connections and reconnections during this time. And Spirit's asking you to act on it. When an opportunity comes up to connect with someone that feels good to your heart, or to go do something that feels joyful to you, Spirit is saying do it. You need to you don't need to do anything, but the advice here, the opportunity, is to allow yourself to balance. Okay, you've been working too hard, group 2. And you've been alone for too long. Even if you've been in relationship, it feels like emotionally lonely. For those of you that are single, there's new coming in. For those of you who are coupled but just feel like life has been lonely, even if you love your partner, there's a loneliness that I'm feeling. There's an emptiness in the emotion because it feels like you're not being understood all the way, or there's too much emphasis on one person meeting all of your relational needs, and that's just not possible for like one person to do that, nor should we expect it. So you have a whole soul tribe, a soul family that's wanting to enter, and so now is your opportunity to do that, group 2. I'm so excited for you because this just feels good. It feels like after, like, you know, this is being filmed, though it's timeless, this is being filmed after a few years of this pandemic happening. And it can be very isolating. I know for myself, I find myself, I could just want to be hugged, you know, and I have my people that are close to me, and I do get that, but not at the rate that I used to, you know. And so there is a beautiful unfolding of you getting your joy, bliss, and love language like attended to at this time. So, you know, connect. Come out of your comfort zone. Balance yourself out. All right? You've been too isolated. So they're saying get out there and take the opportunity. Okay? Because I feel like many of you are going to have an opportunity come up out of the blue to connect with people from the past that you want to. This is obviously someone, it's loving joy, feels good. If someone from the past shows up that was a tragic experience, no, we're not going for that. We're going for surrendering to the sweetness, okay? And it's your time. It's your turn. Spirit's saying it's your turn to have the good life, okay? So let yourself balance it out. It's time to take that harmonic flight. Work with others. Connect. Okay? So thank you so much. Thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing, group 2. And for those of you who have stuck around for the information to enter into the drawing, how you do that, it's free to enter, free to win. I'll never ask you to pay for a contest here. And so essentially you just like and share this video, and in the comment section write I love you, and I will enter you into the drawing. The I love you lets me know that you want to be part of the drawing, and I will do that tomorrow. Okay, so thank you guys so much. Group 2, aloha, connect. Aloha, group 3. This is Stephanie with the Whispering Dragonfly, coming to you with a beautiful pick a card reading. One of the YouTube subscribers that I have, Nita, posed the question. She wanted to have a reading that is what advice does the universe and spirit have for you right now? And I love this. We're going to look into what's been going on, what advice spirit has for you in the now moment, pile 3, and what that looks like moving forward. Okay, before we get started, I just want to say thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. Thank you for hitting that bell button. I love when you guys leave me comments. I love engaging with you, and it does help my channel to grow and expand. Thank you for those who have donated. It's allowed me to get some new tarot cards, and that's beautiful, so I can keep giving free content to you guys. So thank you so much for that. I also am going to be doing a drawing. This is being uploaded on January 31st. I'm going to do the drawing tomorrow, February 1st, for the Lunar New Year. And this is a free contest, free to enter, free to win, for a private reading, 30-minute reading with me personally. Okay, yeah. If you want that information, stick around till the end, because not everybody's going to want to do the contest. But those that do, stick around till the end. I'll tell you how to enter. Okay, so let's get to it. Pile 3. I already shuffled your oracle cards, and we went with several different spiritual cards just to see what is going on in your life. Now, the top card, pile 3, that was on top of your pile is the Starseed Oracle. So for many of you, you guys are coming into and learning your starseed roots. Okay. there's a lot of change happening for you right now, okay? So let's just get into it and get to the advice. But I feel like you guys are learning to balance yourself out a bit. All right. We have Star Brothers, which is Horus energy, protection, loyalty, and safety and trust, okay? The Eye of Horus. Horus, the son of Isis and Osiris, okay? Some of you may have ties to Egypt, Egyptian roots, past life roots. They're also showing me this falcon. Okay, so that may be a symbol for you at this time. So Spirit's been trying to get your attention, definitely through birds. But it is time to protect your energy because we have, all right, we have the Great Severing. Mars energy. Mars rules battle, sex, and dance. Okay, it says Mars energy, anger, conflict, softening to love. So pile 3, I feel like you've been going through quite a bit. All right. For some of you, not for all of you, I feel like some of you have gone through a breakup or a divorce because there's other cards here that suggest it's time to get back to your wellness. We have reclaim your energy. Okay. So I feel like pile 3, you guys have been through it, or you're needing to sever a connection. You've either just severed a connection with someone, or you're needing to in order to get your power back. This would, you know, if something's just going along pretty well, that's not what we're talking about. This would be a toxic environment or energy. It could be a job situation. It could be in your friendships. It could be in your love and romance. But I do feel like there is a severing or a breakup or a cutting of cords. There's been a bit of conflict. And it is time. You are protected by Spirit. So Spirit's saying that you're protected to make your next moves. Because we have the physical, house 2, physical security, possessions, material values, and self-worth. So for some of you, pile 3, you know, if you haven't gone through a breakup or aren't about to make that big change, if things are harmonious, this may not be your pile, because this is strongly suggesting that Spirit's advice here is for those of you who have needed to leave a relationship or leave a job, but you haven't because you've been scared that you are not going to be taken care of financially, or you're not safe. Okay, obviously do what is right for you, but Spirit's saying that that you are protected to make this move, to release this toxic situation. Okay, to release the dissonance. So it may be that you've just stayed too long somewhere in a relationship or a job. You know, sometimes we do that and our vibration doesn't match anymore. But it feels like who you're becoming is more than what your current circumstance is. And so Spirit's saying, you know, Spirit is always loyal to you. Universe is always loyal to you. Universe always says yes. And what they're showing me, pile 3, is you've been giving your energy out to everyone. Y'all are givers, and it's starting to affect you physically and mentally here, because we have wellness, okay, and spiritually even. So I feel like there's a protection energy that's needed, just so that you can call back in your own parts. Spirit's suggesting the advice that they have now is, you know, for your wellness, there's meditations to reclaim your soul parts, right? So you want to do a soul retrieval meditation. You may even want to do a protection meditation. One of my favorite, I have some meditations on this channel here, so you can look through the playlist meditation if you want a few guided meditations. I'll be adding more of those upcoming. But you definitely want to start to meditate, go inside, reclaim your energy. You need to bring your parts back to yourself. I feel like this group, there's been a little bit of brain fog. It feels like a need. I was singing a gospel song, which I haven't really sang. I'm not particularly religious anymore, but I used to be, okay? And I was singing a gospel song as I was getting ready to start your video. And that's telling me to reconnect with your roots, reconnect with your spirit, whatever that is, whatever makes you feel sacred in your energy. It's time to reclaim that, okay? You will be protected in your physical security, and it is time for your wellness, okay? We have the Garden of Venus, rest and renewal. So after this time of severing, some of you, like I said, have already done it, but or are about to. Spirit's asking you to go for rest and renewal. They're also showing me with this Garden of Venus. Venus has been in retrograde for the last 6 weeks, okay? Venus is Mars' divine counterpart. And when she goes retrograde, there's reflection, there's deciding what we want in relationships. Some stuff can get stirred up. Though this is a timeless reading, the energy that's in the read is coming from what is astrologically placed currently. And so February 1st, tomorrow, Venus and Mars go conjunct. And that is, they're pairing together. And Venus and Mars are the divine lovers. Typically, they spend 2 weeks in this pairing. This year, they're spending 2.5 months. So we have the opportunity to repair the relationship with self, to bring in relationships that are harmonious, that are restful, that are renewing to your soul. Pile 3, you are such givers, but it's time to give to yourself. It's time. The advice is very clear. The advice is to purge and sever connections that are no longer serving you. Protect your energy at all costs. When we pay attention to something, the word itself, pay attention. What are we paying with? We are paying with our life force energy. We're paying our energy towards what we focus on. So even if you've severed it, but if you're still stressed or you're still connecting with the person or the situation that got you upset, if you're still connecting in your meditation, spirit realms, your thought realm, that continues to feed energy to what you don't want. So this is law of attraction. So for those of you who may be new to law of attraction, or you don't have to be new, Spirit's suggesting watch some videos on law of attraction. There's lots of people out there who provide that content. Abraham Hicks, I think, is one of the most well-known on the law of attraction. I also like, it's not specifically law of attraction, but they're showing me Dr. Joe Dispenza, his work. He has meditations for free on YouTube that you can do that will expand your heart field, bring back your parts to yourself, get you focusing, and he gives you the science behind it rather than it just being the woo-woo. So for those of you who like the rational mind, Dr. Joe gives you what and the why of the process, okay? We also have the magnetism of Eros here. Number one, getting back to yourself here. Okay, it says trust in what your heart yearns for without concern about how it will manifest. Take steps towards that which moves your heart. Reach out for what your soul wants and needs. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, for only then can you be truly held. That which appears out of reach or unavailable to you is closer than you realize. Eros is the Greek word for love. On a spiritual level, Eros is our passionate, open, engaged love for life. When we experience Eros, we are ready to embrace our journey. It is an affirmation of life. Its opposite is the destructive drive known as Thanatos, which is the drive behind our undermining, self-defeating, self-harming behaviors, okay? So you're moving into the love of life and yourself. With this number 1, this is telling me put yourself first. Move out of that aggressive energy or that conflict. This is like anything that robs you of your internal peace is not worth it because it takes time off of your life. So pile 3, Spirit's being very, very clear that it's the advice here is it's urgent for you to put yourself first. It's urgent. Like they're giving me this huge sense of urgency that you put yourself in positive situations, that you take care of your own personal wellness, and that you rest and renew yourself, that you put yourself first and foremost, okay? It's extremely important and extremely urgent. So, avoid letting yourself be the doormat anymore. I can feel how much you give to other people, but you're so elevated in who you are that this vibration that you've been practicing is so opposite of you. That's why you're feeling the conflict, okay? So it's essentially the conflict or the contrast just lets you know that that's not who you are. What you are and what you want has already been made and it's ready for you. But the problem and the solution are on 2 different frequencies. So just like a radio tuner, we need to tune into the frequency of the solution rather than the problem. So I feel like you've been going round and round in your head or with a person, with the job situation. But you are protected to make your next move. They would like 1 more card over here, so I will. Oh, so it's a few. Okay. So they gave the Tower. They gave me Knight of Wands. All right, and we have the Ace of Wands. So definitely you've either just had a Tower moment or are about to. The Tower comes when Spirit has been nudging you, and this you will know. If it's a person that you're supposed to sever the relationship or cut the cord, whether that be friend or a job that you're supposed to leave or a new way of nurturing or feeding yourself, like you've been knowing for some time, okay? This is not a surprise to you. This is something you have known that you've needed to do that would be best for you, that you've been procrastinating on. And the Tower comes when Spirit has been telling you it's time to get out. It's time to make that change. And the Tower comes when you resist the change for long enough, Spirit intervenes, okay? And this Knight of Wands is, someone who is passionate but immature. So it feels like there's something or someone that's coming in to shake things up for you so that you can have a passionate new beginning. You cannot have a new beginning if you don't even know who you are anymore. It feels like pile 3 that it's like you've been so lost in your situations or life that you forgot who you are as a being or what you like or what brings you joy. And you get to learn that again. You get to reignite your passion here. Look how beautiful that is. But it takes stepping away and Spirit stepping in, okay? So anything, I would suggest making those moves, okay? Because Spirit's about to step in if they haven't already and help you make those moves, okay? It's time to get over that fear and to go. This is a beautiful thing. It's not bad at all. This is like really, really good because you're leaving the toxic situations and pretty soon you'll be in your wellness. You'll be in your Garden of Venus. You'll be in your Eros and you'll be super magnetic. But you've got to call those parts back to yourself and reclaim your energy. Okay, so the major influences here, or the advice from Spirit, is sever the connections, purge out the things that no longer serve you. do some meditations to reclaim your energy, to reclaim your soul. Okay, they call that soul retrieval. I can guide you through that meditation. YouTube has lots of meditations that you can be guided through. So whatever fits for you, go with it. Okay, protect your energy. Come back to love. Okay, rest. Renew yourself. Focus on your wellness. Focus on what you love. So right now it's really kind of put those horse blinders on and only see yourself and like what is needed to rejuvenate you. You cannot give from an empty cup, group 3. Okay, so thank you so much. I love your beautiful hearts. I felt a little intense there. Sorry about that, but it's very urgent. Okay, so they want you to take that seriously. This is an urgent need to change. Okay, and thank you for liking, sharing, subscribing. And those of you who want to enter the drawing to enter a free reading, personal reading with me for 30 minutes, what you do is you like this video, you share it, and then in the comment section write I love you. I love you lets me know that you want to be entered into the drawing. So I will do that, and then tomorrow we'll do the reveal. All right, so thank you so much, and until next time, aloha.